What's up, y'all? This is a quick video before I head out, and it's talking about how to solve the problems that you currently have in your life. And the first step to any problem is awareness. Awareness is so important because if you aren't even aware that you have a problem, then why would your logical mind even remotely move toward fixing the problem? So first step is awareness around a problem. And the one thing that I want to talk about is addictions. And they can span from small to big, like food addictions or porn or sex or drugs. And on the other end of the spectrum would be drugs and gambling. Those are the worst possible addictions because they not only ruin your life, but they affect everyone around you because of the energy, right? So at least when we talk about a problem, it's not the food that's the problem. It's not sex or gambling. It's the underlying factor that you believe that you need this in your life for some sort of relief from pain or a suffering, and you want to get to the root of what that suffering is and how it's causing you to move toward a pleasure that shifts you away from the pain. So in any type of scenario where you have a problem, it's you don't want to look at it from the surface level, right? Because when you look at it from the surface level, you're going to fix it with surface solutions, right? And usually those are band-aids. You're basically putting a band-aid on a fucking gash. And in order to get the gash to stop bleeding, you want to get to the root of the problem. And it might take you some journaling or self-reflection or time to think about, why are these things persistent in my life? Because if they're persistent, then that means they're never going to end unless I get to the root of the cause. And typically, there's a lot of the things that come up in childhood, it's basically things that are deeply rooted that you haven't addressed. And I see this in so many people. And it's like even the codependency in coming into a relationship for love, right? When you're searching for love outside of yourself, that is a problem. And if you're not aware of it, you're never going to fix it. You're never going to fix yourself, basically. And nothing's wrong with you. It's just that throughout life, you're going to have all of these experiences that move through your body in a way that brings emotions, and it brings, say, trauma or feelings that if they get trapped inside of your body, they manifest in other ways. They manifest in, basically, if you can't handle the emotion in a logical manner, you resort to something more significant outside of yourself to manage that feeling or emotion for you, whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, porn, anything. And what I'm getting at is you want to look at the problem from the very root of it, and then start from there, right? Ask yourself these deep questions. Why do I eat food? Why do I overeat? What is overeating causing me? And it's typically because it's giving you a lot of dopamine. So when you have too much dopamine, your normal level of what food actually does for you is like zapped. I was just at a cafe and I'm looking at the food that the people are eating for breakfast, and it's like, damn, this is not food. There's a big discrepancy between why we actually eat, which is for nutrition, versus for pleasure. Most people eat for pleasure, and if you're going to eat for pleasure, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you do it on a daily basis, it's going to cause havoc in your body. And I'm not sure where I'm going with this video, but I want to help you basically bring awareness toward the get beyond the surface level of the problem, right? And bring awareness toward the root of the problem so that you can fix it once and for all, so that it will never be a part of your life anymore. For instance, I used to have a huge binge eating problem, but when I sat down and thought about what food meant to me, I realize food is for nutrition. It's to give your body the macro and micronutrients that it needs to survive and thrive. It is not for pleasure. That's something that we've created in the 21st century. And look at the world now. Fucking half of the world is obese. Half of the world has fucking diseases. Half the world is not even happy with their life because they basically they're giving food the power to give them the pleasure that they want in life, and that's not what life is about. There's so many things that can give you pleasure in life beyond food. And if you go to any of these major foodie cities, it's because the people when they search for food, it's like the only thing that can give them pleasure in that day, because the rest of their life sucks, right? Well, then maybe if the rest of your life didn't suck, then you wouldn't turn to food for the pleasure. Maybe just round out and make out the rest of your life very pleasurable. Yeah, of course, it's not as easy as I'm saying. It's like not so easy. Just like 1, 2, 3, you fix the problem, right? These are things that take time, and that's why you have a whole lifetime to resolve these problems, so that you can live a happy, genuinely exhilarating, and healthy life. That's all we're here for. And I believe that everyone has the power to take responsibility and be aware of what's causing them the issues in life, that's causing them the suffering. Basically, once you get to the root of the suffering and you eliminate it for once and for good, then you will have a happier, healthier life. And that's all I want for you. So cheers. See you on the next video.